I built my career on prediction. I told these fighters that I was facing what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna do it, and when I'm gonna do it. And the perfect scenario. And then as I went on, and only that, and I would obsessively visualize the most perfect scenario. And 99% of the time it happened. And then that one time it didn't, or that 1% it didn't happen. So now as I've become a lot more experienced in the game, I actually work backwards towards the perfect scenario. So I have had a limb break inside the octagon. So now I must have an answer to that. I have a whole selection of responses to the worst case scenarios. Now, not that I sit and dwell on them, or overthink them, but I just have them. So if the ankle goes, if the knee goes, if the shoulder goes, what's my response? Because the fight's not over.
No.
Until if you give, it's over. So if you have a maneuver, you know, you can outlast and you can survive in there and then get towards the victory. So I have found, as I have gotten more experience in the fight game, to work my way backwards from the worst case scenario to the best case scenario.
Do you expect Conor now, after all these years off and the injury after the leg and all that, to look similar to like how Nate did, or is this something are we going to see a revised Conor McGregor?
Yeah, I don't think Conor's gonna look as bad as Nate, bro. That was really bad. The thing that I think the punching power is gonna be there regardless. Conor's gonna come back from the injury and still have that natural punching power. What the question for me is the timing, the athleticism, the movement, all those questions need to be answered. I don't know. You know, we haven't seen him, so I don't know if his counter punching and his timing is anywhere near what it was. He has a chance to beat Max, you know? Yeah. Look, I love Max, but the career he's had and the longevity he's had, he's touched the canvas in his last 3 fights more, you know, that's more than he's touched in his entire career. I just think time's catching up with him. He's still a young man, but he's taking a lot of shots. And Conor can punch, man. You know, like, no matter how long he's been out, he still has the great equalizer, and that's power.
Conor McGregor has always been one of the most fascinating figures in combat sports history. Long before he became a global superstar, sold-out arenas followed his every move, and millions of fans watched his press conferences as eagerly as his fights. McGregor built his reputation on something very few fighters have ever mastered: the power of prediction. He would confidently tell opponents exactly what he planned to do, how he intended to do it, and even when the finish would arrive. For years, those predictions became reality. It wasn't just confidence. It was...
Now, if I was Conor, I would mix in takedowns again, like he did in their first fight. And please do not take the bait, let your pride come up, you know, you're only going to strike. No. I mean, Oliveira beat Max with his grappling. Then again, Oliveira has really great takedowns, but Conor's, to tell you the truth, aren't really that bad at all. And then there's another question. How long has he been training again? Did he ever stop training? I hope he didn't. Now, Holloway might win this fight when Conor is thinking too much about what happened in between their first fight and this fight. Personally, I believe he can shake that off. I mean, this guy is used to dealing with a lot of pressure. He also is still in his prime. I believe he's 37 right now, which is a still strong age. Max is coming in much better than he did last time. Lots of experience against great fighters, as I mentioned. He matured a lot.
It was a mindset built around obsessive visualization, endless preparation, and a deep belief in his own abilities. McGregor often imagined the perfect fight scenario repeatedly in his mind until it felt real. According to many of those who worked around him, he would mentally rehearse every movement, every counter, every exchange, and every possible victory celebration long before stepping into the cage. That approach helped create some of the most memorable moments in UFC history. However, experience has a way of
You know, it has to, like, this Conor McGregor fight in July is going to be fucking bananas. It's going to be bananas. I mean, people are going to go crazy for the return of Conor McGregor because he's a giant personality.
But don't expect the same.
How could
he?
You
just can't.
He hasn't fought in 5 years, right?
Exactly.
Conor McGregor is set to make his highly anticipated return to the UFC after nearly 5 years away from the octagon, headlining UFC 329 on July 11th, 2026 at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas during International Fight Week. The Irish superstar will face former featherweight champion Max Holloway in a welterweight rematch. Their second meeting after McGregor earned a unanimous decision victory over Blessed back in 2013. McGregor, who last competed in 2021 where he suffered a gruesome broken leg against Dustin Poirier, has been officially confirmed by UFC CEO Dana White, sparking massive global excitement, record-breaking ticket sales, and frenzied demand that saw pre-sale seats vanish in minutes. This comeback represents one of the biggest moments in recent MMA history for the Notorious One, as fans eagerly await to see if the former two-division champion can recapture his legendary form against the durable and high-volume Hawaiian striker.
It's been 5
years. But that's the problem.
It might be more.
Because they're going to all
expect that. I think it is a little over 5. It's almost 6, I think.
It might be 6 at the time of the fight.
It might be. I think it's
July.
5. I think it's 5 right now.
Are we expecting to see a Conor that looked like Nate this last fight? Or are we expecting to see a better Conor than someone that looked like Nate? Because Nate did not look good.
No, but Mike Perry did.
And
Mike Perry looked like a fucking murderer.
You know what I mean? Like
Mike Perry is a murderer.
He's a murderer.
And this is
such a savage.
You take a look at that, and when you're taking an older fighter, which Nate is now, and you're
21. You're 5 fucking years ago, July. So it literally will be 6 years.
Yep. But when you're
it'll be 5 years. It'll be 5 years.
When you're taking a younger fighter and putting them against the old dog, it normally doesn't end well for the old dog.
Well, the thing is about Max Holloway is like Max Holloway isn't that much younger than
changing even the most confident athletes. As the years passed and the challenges became greater, McGregor's philosophy evolved. Rather than focusing exclusively on the perfect outcome, he began preparing for the worst possible situations. Injuries, setbacks, bad positions, and moments of adversity became part of his mental preparation. He learned that greatness is not only about executing Plan A but also about surviving when everything goes wrong. This mentality has become one of the most discussed aspects of his preparation.
Honor.
He's not.
But the thing is, Max has been in constant high-level competition the entire time. Won the BMF fight, beat Dustin, like constant high-level competition.
That's right.
It's a different thing.
And I honestly believe him at 155 is the best thing for him.
Absolutely.
But he's not 155 in this fight.
This is 170.
But honestly, he might be better.
No weight cutting at all.
Just no weight cut, just kind of walk around.
And also, knowing this is such a high-profile fight, Max is always in insane shape. But particularly in this fight, he's going to be in fucking insane shape.
And his last fight, he took almost...
For what many are calling the biggest comeback fight in modern MMA history. After nearly 5 years away from active competition, McGregor is preparing to return to the octagon against one of the most respected fighters in the sport, Max Holloway. The rematch carries enormous significance. Their first encounter happened over a decade ago when both men were in very different stages of their careers. McGregor emerged victorious that night, but the version of Max Holloway standing today is not the same fighter who entered that cage years ago. Holloway has evolved into a former champion, a fan favorite, and one of the toughest competitors the sport has ever seen. His legend...
that was such a crazy moment when McGregor just fought Mayweather. Yeah. That was something we just haven't seen before. What a super fight.
Actually, a big move for Conor.
Yeah. That changed his life to a different world.
When they made that happen. Yeah. I don't know if his life was changed in a positive way since that fight, but anyways.
Man, I think as a fight fan, I wanted to see Conor just continue to take it so serious and continue to just be a great man. I think that moment was so
I think
different.
he's taken seriously now, like his training sessions.
Yeah, I've seen his training sessions. It looks like he's locked in.
Yeah, it looks like. You never know. When we see things in social media, we never know the truth behind that. Because he could be training in the morning and partying at night, but he seems to be...
Legendary durability, relentless pressure, and unmatched striking volume have earned him victories over some of the greatest fighters in MMA history. Now, after years of growth, experience, and battles against elite opposition, Holloway has another opportunity to face the man who defeated him early in his career. Naturally, this matchup has sparked endless debate among analysts, fighters, and fans worldwide. One of the biggest questions surrounding the fight is simple. What version of Conor McGregor will show up on fight night? Will fans see the explosive striker who once dominated multiple divisions and became the first...
Basically, you've got to have a plan A, a plan B, a plan C. And that's just the fact, because there's so many different ways to skin the cat to win a mixed martial arts contest. And to be fair, McGregor showed that in his first fight against Max Holloway. If you recall, he was going out, he was looking really good, he was looking smooth on the feet, he was clearly winning the fight, but then he tore his ACL. So in the third round, he took down Max Holloway. So that was a prime example of what Conor's talking about there, having a plan A and having a plan B, right? It's like a lot of fighters go out there, their initial approach isn't successful. That's where this really differs from kickboxing or boxing. Boxing, you got punches to the head, you got punches to the body. This is a whole different beast, okay? If that ain't working, right, then you've got to try something else. You can push them up against the fence, you can try and use your kicks, you can try and use calf kicks, head kicks, whatever, mix those up, push him up against.
First simultaneous two-division champion in UFC history? Or will they see a fighter struggling to regain the timing, movement, and rhythm that made him such a dangerous competitor in the first place? Many experts believe the answer lies somewhere in between. Former champions, veteran fighters, and respected analysts have all weighed in on the discussion. Some argue that McGregor's natural knockout power will always make him dangerous regardless of inactivity. Power is often the last attribute to leave a fighter, and McGregor has demonstrated throughout his career that a single clean shot can completely change the course of a fight.
Against the fence, try and get the underhook, maybe use the tie clinch, maybe shoot a double leg, a single leg, a high crotch, whatever it is. As I say, there's many ways to skin the cat. So of course, you got to have multiple approaches, and McGregor has shown that in the past.
Others point to the long layoff as a major concern. 5 years is an eternity in mixed martial arts. During that period, the sport continues evolving. New techniques emerge, younger fighters rise through the ranks, and competition becomes more sophisticated. The game that McGregor left behind is not necessarily the same game he is returning to. One recurring theme among experts is activity. While McGregor has been absent from competition, Holloway has remained active against elite opposition. He has continued to test himself against top-ranked fighters.
In the worst-case scenario, I would start on my back. Every single time I was starting my sparring, I'd be on my back with my opponent in my guard, and I had to work back to my feet to be able to go to work with my striking. If I knew that I was fighting a really good jiu-jitsu guy, like when I fought Damian Maia, I would start with him taking my sparring partner, taking my back, maybe locking in a rear naked choke, or with a 50-50 over under, starting from there, or from the mount, or whatever. Starting in the worst case scenario and working my way back to the best case scenario. Now, it's a difficult fight for Conor McGregor to come back after all this time. 5 years, the sport has definitely progressed. That is a fact. Of course, calf kicks are very, very prevalent now. And yeah, they were still being used in 2021, but it was about 2018 and 19 when they really started becoming a big thing, okay? That's just one example. The wrestling ability that a lot of these fighters have.
Collecting valuable experience and maintaining his competitive sharpness. Activity matters because fighting is unlike any other sport. Training can simulate many situations, but nothing truly replicates the pressure, pace, and unpredictability of a real fight. Holloway has spent years operating under those conditions, while McGregor has been forced to watch from the sidelines, recovering from injury and rebuilding his career. Yet despite those concerns, training footage released by McGregor has generated tremendous excitement. Clips of intense sparring sessions, explosive pad work, and grueling conditioning drills have fueled speculation that the former champion is approaching this comeback with a level of seriousness fans have not seen in years. Several observers have commented that McGregor appears more focused than ever before. The determination visible in his training has led some analysts to believe that the Irish superstar understands the stakes involved. This isn't simply another fight. It's an opportunity to redefine his legacy. Another fascinating element of the matchup involves strategy. Many experts have suggested that McGregor should not rely solely on striking. In their first meeting, wrestling played an important role after McGregor suffered an injury during the fight. By mixing striking with takedowns, he was able to adapt and secure victory despite adversity. Some analysts believe a similar approach could be beneficial in the rematch. Holloway is widely regarded as one of the best strikers in the sport, but introducing wrestling exchanges could disrupt his rhythm and force him to think defensively. MMA has always rewarded versatility, and several former champions have emphasized the importance of having multiple paths to victory. Unlike boxing, where fighters primarily rely on punches, mixed martial arts offers countless tactical options. A fighter can strike, wrestle, clinch, attack submissions, or control opponents against the fence. Success often belongs to those who can adapt when their initial strategy fails. This principle has become particularly relevant in discussions about McGregor's comeback because adaptability may prove crucial against a seasoned veteran like Holloway. Beyond the technical aspects, the psychological battle is equally compelling. McGregor has spent years under an extraordinary spotlight. Every training session, social media post, and public appearance becomes a topic of discussion. Some believe that pressure could affect his performance. Others argue that few athletes in combat sports history have handled pressure better than McGregor. Throughout his career, he has consistently performed on the biggest stages imaginable. Whether facing world champions, headlining record-breaking events, or competing in crossover spectacles against boxing legends,